ThrillJoy is a new collectible company created by former Funko CEO Brian Mariotti, and they promise fan-driven collectibles and a new way of collecting. But as you may expect, a lot of people can't help but compare ThrillJoy and their products to Funko Pops. Now I get it, Brian ran Funko for like 18 years, he turned them into one of the largest toy companies in the world, and he's responsible for some of their most successful products ever, like Funko Pops, for example. But still, I don't think this is a fair comparison. First up, let's take a look at the ThrillJoy Pix. So this is the size of the box. It is massive. Inside we have the Pix figure itself, as well as the numbered collectible card in the magnetic casing. And the Pix is a three-dimensional figure that you can display on your shelf, you can stack them, or you can even hang them on your wall. And this is a Funko Pop. So for $50, you get a magnetic box with a window, multiple display options for in the box, out of the box, stacking, or wall mount. Every single one of them is limited piece count, and they are all numbered with super low numbers too, which makes them even more rare. Every single figure comes with a chance of chase, and every single figure comes with an authenticity card. Real quick, I want to talk about the chance of chase, because this is what can make a $50 figure turn into a $500 figure or even more. Every single ThrillJoy Pix offers a 1 of 6 odds of a chase, which means for every 6 figures they make of a certain character, one of those will be a chase, which means it's more rare. On their website, it mentions that for special events, they may release super chase items, and they also have some figures with ultra chase items with edition sizes as small as 24 pieces. So you've got your limited piece counts, which I've seen between 3,000 and 6,000 pieces, your 1 in 6 chance of chase, and then in certain occasions, you can get the ultra chase limited to only 24 in the whole world. This is a $12 figure in a thin cardboard box, and even if some of them offer a chance of chase or a limited piece count, the vast majority do not, and I think we can all agree that these two products are not comparable. So there are two major topics that come up whenever someone is talking about Pix: size and price point. Are these too big? And are they worth $50? Since some people can't help but compare these to Funko, I've compiled a list of Funko products that are either a similar size or around the same price point to see which collectible gives you the most bang for your buck. First up, I have the Funko Pop Classics Vault. These were released for Funko's 25th anniversary, and the reason I think that these are more comparable to Pix is because they include a tin vault case. They are limited piece counts, however, the number is a lot higher. These are limited to 25,000. These also come with an authenticity card. They come with an enamel pin and a collectible coin. Now, this is what you get for 30 bucks, and the one I actually have here did arrive damaged, so it's dented on the top. But you open up the vault, and there is your display. You have your pin, your coin, your card, and then your limited Funko Pop right here. One thing I will say about this packaging is that there's no way to display it. This door is spring loaded, so it doesn't really stay open. You can't hang it on the wall or anything like that, so I feel like you either gotta prop the door open and display it like this, or maybe you take everything out, and then I don't know what you would do with the case, but these are 30 bucks. I think this is probably the closest thing that Funko has ever released that is comparable to the ThrillJoy Pix when it comes to the packaging and the accessories and the limited piece count and stuff like that, but the vault does not come with a chance of chase. Up next, I have Funko Pop comic covers and album covers. Now, these are in the $25 to $30 price range. I think it depends on like the IP, because I've seen some of them go up for 25 and I've seen some go up for 30. But I mean, these are less money than Pix, and they do have at least one of the same features. You can display this multiple ways. You can either put it on your shelf, you can have it in the box or out of the box because this sleeve actually comes off, and you have the option with these mounting holes in the back to hang this on your wall. So you can actually display this on the wall just like you can hang up a Pix. If you saw my last video, I actually took a screwdriver and disassembled the entire Pix so I can really get a close-up look at the figure inside. These don't have any screws. These are actually glued to the base. Of course, I've opened these before as well, so I know. But there's a design feature that's the same, which is the peg in the back of the head with the little plastic screw. This is how the figure stays in place during transit so it doesn't get shaken up in there or move around. And the same design is used on the picks. So there is that similarity there. And again, you can hang these on the wall, put them on your shelf, and these are only $25 to $30. Getting closer to that $50 mark, I have the 10-inch Funko Pops, which now retail at $40. Just a few years ago, they used to be $30, but the price has gone up. For a quick reference, here is a Funko Pop size guide. You have a standard 4-inch figure, you have a 6-inch figure, you have a 10-inch figure, and they go up to an 18-inch figure. This is what a 10-inch Funko Pop looks like. It has very similar packaging to a standard pop. It is almost all window, so it does make these boxes a little bit fragile, but you got a 10-inch pop here, that's a lot of vinyl. Except for very rare occasions or certain figures, these don't offer chance of chase, they don't have limited piece count, they don't come with authenticity card or any of the other features. You're a lot closer to that price point at $40. And also one of the big complaints was that these picks are big and bulky and have huge boxes. So I definitely feel like this is a closer comparison when it comes to size, bulkiness, and that price point. Next, I want to talk about die-cast Funko Pops. So these are die-cast, which means they're cast in metal. This is actually a metal statue inside with a clear acrylic case. These are not the same size, but they are the exact same price point, coming in at $50. These die-cast pops do come with premium grade packaging. I think this is the most comparable packaging that I've seen to the picks and how clean they look. You got premium packaging, an acrylic display case. It is a die-cast figure, which means it's made of metal, and every single die-cast figure comes with a chance of chase. Now, the chases on these were a little controversial because the only thing different on these chases were that they are just stripped of all the paint. And the biggest criticism was that the chases seemed lazy or that the chases were uglier than the actual figure. Up next, we have the movie poster pops. I don't own any of these in my collection because they are massive. These are even bigger than anything I've shown today. I believe they are 11 inches wide by 17 inches tall. So it's almost like the size of a movie poster, 11 by 17. As you can see, some of them have multiple figures inside. Dorothy and Toto, the T-Rex and the Raptor. These movie posters also have the ability to be displayed on a shelf or up on the wall. Because of their size, you're probably going to want to hang them on your wall because I don't know where else you would put one of these. These are $60. So now we are more expensive than ThrillJoy. And last up on the list, we have these massive pop vinyl albums, whatever these are called. These are 24 inches wide and they come with multiple Funko Pops. As you can see, some of them feature 4, some of them feature 5. I guess it depends on how many members are in the band. This is not a real record in the back. It's like an image of a record, and this is not a real album cover. It's just an image of an album cover. These are $70. So it's gonna include multiple Funko Pop figures inside. It's going to include photos of the album cover and the record, and again, it's 24 inches wide. And this is $20 more than a ThrillJoy Pix. I think you can hang this on the wall also, so you've got the multiple display options. This is probably, this is bulky and it's expensive, but yeah. This is probably the bulkiest item I can find outside of like the 18-inch Funko Pops, which retail for $100. But yeah, at 70 bucks, you're not getting a chance of chase, you're not getting a limited piece count, you're not getting an authenticity card, you're not getting any of the features that the ThrillJoy Picks come with, but you are getting a really, really big album cover display thing with 4 Funko Pops inside. And if you're a big fan of Queen or Kiss or some of the other bands that they've done, then maybe this is the product for you. So now that I'm holding the Picks again, it really doesn't feel that big at all, but let me know what you think. After everything I've shown you in this video, I think you can see the value for what ThrillJoy is offering with these picks, regardless of the price point or the size. I think you can kind of see the vision now. I would like to add that both ThrillJoy and Funko offer products that I'm a fan of, and it doesn't have to be this or that. You don't have to pick just one. I love Funko. I've been a fan of Funko for almost 10 years now, and I even have a Funko tattoo. But I also realized that there are so many cool collectible companies out there, and you don't have to just pick one. There's something for everybody, and you should just collect what you love. I hope this video offered you a little more insight. I also hope it was entertaining. I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Just remember, please, to be kind to one another. You don't need to be upset at somebody because they like different toys than you, right? So just keep that in mind. Collect what you love what you collect, and thanks for watching.